But the big thing to consider for the scope and sequence is data science. So we've got data science. It's new in terms of as focus areas or modules. Obviously, we've been using data in science teaching since forever. But this is presented as a whole term focus area at the end of year 8 and at the end of year 10. Now, some people are thinking, fantastic, we've got something for year 10 to do that's kind of like meaningful. We can maybe blend it in with depth studies that we'll talk about in a minute. We can have a whole big fun personalized project. You know, we'll do a little bit that counts the reports, but most of the reports will have been done, you know, most of the work for the reports will have been done earlier in the year, let's say. So, you know, people have got differing opinions about that. But equally, some people might think, well, we want our students to have data science skills earlier in the stage so they can apply them throughout the stage. Now, I believe the departments have actually got one suggested model for data science 2 to be split into 2 halves to bookend year 10, as an example. Now, again, I would say it's your prerogative. Just very quickly, so for data science 1, we have data, which I think, you know, there's overlap there with cyber safety and perhaps what students might be doing within PDHPE, so have conversations there. This could definitely be part of some kind of standalone. Collecting, using, and analyzing data sets, I think this is going to be the most fun part, arguably, particularly if students can really personalize it. Now, this could be within scientific contexts, or it could be around their own aspects of interest, you know, their own hobby, you know, be it sport or, you know, movies, pets, anything they liked there. So I think those two definitely, you know, really could be as nice little standalones, let's say, at the end of year 8. Scientific models and applications of models equally could obviously fill up, you know, half of term 4, year 8. But this is our bread and butter stuff. This we'll be essentially doing scientific models and applying models throughout all the content prior in stage 4. So the opportunities to integrate are kind of like quite obvious, if you so wish. Data science 1 in context. Now, every single focus area has an in context, but so creating a model. Now, obviously, that can be a physical model. We often make physical models within science, but don't forget this could be a computer model, getting the kids coding. Or perhaps they might have some choice in terms of how they make models. It could even be mathematical or graphical models, which I think is quite empowering. Okay, so we can choose locally which context we want to focus in on. Data science 2, okay, so down for term 4, stage 5, ostensibly. So this, as a collective, I think is really looking to shape students up for stage 6, investigating science and science extension. Okay, so this again could be done as standalone in term 4, or we could have some integration. So, you know, we've got the very heavy kind of working scientifically, like next level skills, particularly, you know, as I say, with investigating in mind. So that could be integrated in. I think pseudoscience we can have a lot of fun with. Okay, getting kids to say what horoscope they are and saying, you know, what that means, you know, looking at the paper, what that says for them today. And then that's what your horoscope sign is. And you say you're a dinosaur and they go, well, that's not real. You just kind of, yes. Anyway, sorry, bad dad joke. Large data sets are very much setting up for science extension. There's a lot of stuff in here and can have a lot of fun with causality and correlation, but some of us might need to revisit what we did for our bachelor's, for our master's, or haven't done things before like univariate and bivariate analyses. So some things to be mindful of there.